So I just wanted to start off this video by saying that when you have gut feelings about a trip, make sure you follow them. And when you have a series of unfortunate events happen during your trip that are totally out of your control, you can always try and make the best of it, but when they happen over and over and over again, just go home before somebody gets hurt. I mean, we had this trip planned down to the T. Although the weather in Utah is very unpredictable and it is 2020, always listen to your gut and just realize sometimes you just have to call the trip.
Hi, I'm Janiel. I've been traveling internationally for the last 20 years, connecting with cultures and finding sustainable adventures, especially scuba diving. This year, I'm showing you my hometown of Utah, from the deep southern deserts to the high Uinta Mountains, with a sprinkling of hidden gems from around the world. Be sure to subscribe and become a part of the culture trekking community. Oh, and share it with your friends. More the merrier.
So before the trip even started, my boxer puppy Finnegan decided to eat my $100 Rode mic that I use for all of my videos. Luckily, Joby came in for the win with their new microphone, and it included the dead cat with it. It's a low profile. I was so excited. Thank you so much, Joby, for sending this out to me. You'll see how good the quality of the sound is throughout the video. Good afternoon, culture trekkers. Today is a fabulous day because this starts a whole week of traveling through southern Utah with my dogs. This will be for Finn's first camping trip, so I'm really excited to see how he does with it. Zoe, she's a seasoned veteran. I am just so excited to show you guys southern Utah and my extreme love for it. I'm heading out from Centerville. I'm going to meet my friend Bree, who knows the area very well. If you've seen some of my other videos, we go to Moab, we go to southern Utah pretty much every single year. We will meet her at the gas station and then head on down.
But first, a stop at Dairy Queen for a burger and blizzard.
Look who I found! It's Bree and Ivy!
From Centerville, it's a 3-hour and 11-minute drive to the Trembling Giant, otherwise known as Pando.
We made it! As you can see behind me, we were greeted with a gorgeous little ray of sunshine amid some of the clouds here. This is Bree's car. Bree's little setup back there, and then here's my little haphazard setup over here. We are actually only here for one night, and then we move on down to
The creek area.
the Duck Creek area? No, the Vortex and all that. I'll introduce it tomorrow, but Fish Lake National Forest is a great place to come camping, especially if you have your dogs with you. So our first stop on our trek is actually going to be Pando. Pando is actually the world's largest organism. And it looks like just a bunch of aspen trees, but they did DNA tests on the roots, and it's the root system that is connected throughout the whole organism. So I think it covers something like 40,000 acres or something. I'll put it right here. This is how many acres it actually covers. But they have scientists out here doing different tests on Pando because it is starting to deteriorate and die. And they're trying to make sure that there are different adults and elderly trees and then younger trees coming in, and that they're healthy younger trees coming in, and that there's no infestations that come in this area. So what they do is they recruit the help from one of the universities around here to take tree samples, and then it gives them a better idea of how healthy the organism actually is. So there are people who travel from all around the world to see this one area. If you are traveling to southern Utah, this is definitely a hidden gem that you need to see, and it is world famous.
After a quick sunset meal, which I will go over my favorite camping meals in another video, so be sure to subscribe, we were able to get some galaxy shots. The app that we use is called Star Walk, and it helps you see and recognize different constellations and where the galaxy will rise and fall.
Getting started on our little southern Utah trip with our dogs, there are several trails that you can take with your dogs in this area near Pando, like Bullion Falls, Cascade Trail, the Chessman Ridge Overlook, and the Duck Creek Ice Caves. So those are a few of the ones that we're going to be exploring today. I will go over those trails in a little more detail in a different video though, because otherwise this video would be really long. Just leaving Bullion Canyon, or the Canyon of Gold, because of all the gold trees. And then now we're heading to Chessman Ridge Overlook. We made it!
We arrived here around 3 p.m. in October, which means that we were facing directly into the sun. If I was to do this over, I would definitely visit this in the morning time because you'd get a lot better photos with gorgeous colors of the red rocks at Cedar Breaks National Monument.
So I will not be going on the Cascade Falls trail because I did not sleep very well last night. I have not eaten anything since 8 a.m. this morning. The dogs didn't eat anything either. I've been giving them water, but they really didn't eat anything. And so I just thought, you know, we've been going all day long, but the wind has really picked up. I've got 2 dogs, and I just was feeling the fatigue of not eating, not sleeping, and that's one thing that I would really recommend is take care of yourself first and foremost. Your itinerary that you have planned, it can wait. You got to make sure that you and your animals, you have what you need, especially if you're going on a long camping trip like this. We've got a week's worth of hikes. I saw a gorgeous waterfall today. Now I'm just enjoying the breeze with this amazing view. Let me show you. So I gave the dogs some lunch meat. Zoe gets really picky in the car because she does get a little bit car sick, so I made sure to bring some lunch meat for the just in case moments when she's refusing to eat and I know she needs to. And then I'm just gonna sit here and eat my pita sandwich, and Finn's in the back eating his food and gonna listen to an audiobook and just enjoy the view, you know, be in the moment. And as soon as Bree gets back, if we have enough daylight, we're gonna go over to the Duck Creek Ice Caves. I don't know that we're gonna be able to make it there in time before the sun sets. And then we would have to set up camp in the dark, which is never really fun. So we'll see what happens when Bree gets back. There's no pressure. I mean, this is our vacation. We can do with it what we want. Cascade Falls, the falls themselves are supplied by Navajo Lake. And Navajo Lake is made up of volcanic rock. So the water seeps down through the lake, and then Cascade Falls comes right out of the rock.
All right, here's Cascade Falls. Not super impressive this time of year, but it's still going.
So now we are on our way to the Duck Creek Ice Caves, and then there's some primitive camping right near Duck Creek Ice Caves. So we'll probably just try to scout something out there. I don't know that the dogs can actually get down into the Duck Creek Ice Caves, but we'll just have to see. As you can tell, this is a very bumpy road to get there, so make sure that you're 4x4 vehicle or some kind of ATV if you're just visiting for the day. This is the entrance to the Duck Creek Ice Caves. We're just gonna see what's there. I don't know if we can go down with the dogs because apparently you have to like scramble down a little bit, but it's worth a shot to see what's there. So this is the ice cave, and as you can see, way too steep for dogs. But once you get inside, it's like a quarter mile long, 40 feet to the top. Pretty cool. There's usually ice year round because the entrance here is lower than the surface, so the warm air can't circulate in there as much. I mean, if you scramble down the front way, it's not too bad, but if these rocks are wet, you definitely do not want to get down in here. Yeah, this one, yeah, that's the point. You have to use the rope for sure. It's really big. Yeah, it goes around the corner here, and then it stops. So the first day or so went great, but wait for part 2 of this series of our southern trip to Utah and a series of unfortunate events. Make sure to subscribe and like this video if you did, share with a friend, and see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.